Hello, everybody. I just wanted to walk you through the Analyze Historical Eras summative that everybody has been working on and just walk you through what you have available to you. So if you look, you'll see you have reading sections, 4 different reading sections from the Roaring Twenties, as well as the YouTube videos that I assigned along with those readings. So they're all in one place for you to work on for this particular summative. You also have the list of various eras and themes here as a source to help you. So when you open up this document, you basically have 5 different things on a checklist that you need to cover. And each one of them is in this document here, in this graphic organizer that is color coded. When you explain the significance of at least one enduring theme in the era, using at least 2 specific examples, you are going to pick your enduring theme, go back to this list here. Here's your list of enduring themes. If you open that up, you will see it. Choose your theme, and then pick examples of items, events, turning points, anything that happened during the Roaring Twenties that would reflect that particular theme. As far as explaining the details of at least 2 singular events and 1 major turning point in the era. Again, when I put 2 here, I want you to give me 2 details. So not only here are you going to put the events, but you're going to add 2 details as well. Here, you're going to put your second event and put 2 details about that event. And remember, a turning point was something that would reflect a change. We've talked about that in class and had a couple of writing prompts talking about it as well. So talk about your turning point and also provide 2 details about that turning point. Not enough just to give me the events. You got to give me details as well. So evaluating the impact of at least one important person from the era, you're going to pick that person. But again, you have to give some details about how that person was impactful during the Roaring Twenties. So here for this one, explain how the elements of this era suggest implications for the future using at least 1 example. You're basically answering the question, how did the 1920s affect the future? And think of some of the innovations that occurred during the 1920s that we've talked about and how they would have possibly impacted the future. How we live today is a direct result of things that occurred during the 1920s. You just have to pick one and think about how it affected change. The last section, this green section here, compare and contrast or describe causes and effects in relation to major events, turning points, people, themes, or implications. So here in this section, you are simply picking 1. Pick a major event or a turning point or an important person or a theme. Just 1. You don't have to pick them all. Just choose 1 and give me an example of 1. And then you're going to pick either this side or this side to fill in. So if you pick 1 item, you're going to talk about what caused the item to occur. And then once that item or event occurred, you're going to talk about what effect that had. If you do the compare and contrast side, you're basically taking 2 things. Take 2 events and talk about what they had in common and what was different about them. Or take 2 people and talk about what they had in common and what was different about them. I know because you're picking 2 for compare and contrast, it seems like more, but you're really just using the same skill as you would for cause and effect. It's really not that much more work. You just have to pick 1 or the other. So if you do compare and contrast, remember, if you do this side, compare and contrast, you're picking 2 events or 2 turning points or 2 people, and you're saying what's the same and different about them. For cause and effect, you're just picking 1. You're talking about what were the events that led up to this thing happening, this person coming onto the scene, this event occurring, this turning point occurring, and then you're talking about once that occurred, what were the results of that? What were the effects? I hope this helped to explain everything you need to do for this particular assignment. Please email me if you have any questions. Good luck.